and welcome to the SQL Power Suite demo. In this portion, we will demonstrate our out-of-the-box on-site inspection process. We'll be walking through this process in both our web portal and designer facility. The designer facility is where we create all of our online forms, processes, workflows, form letters, and certificates. It is highly configurable to allow users to make changes to their work quickly and have it reflected in the web portal almost immediately. To the right of the process is a list of process tasks. As you can see, we can add documents to our process, meetings, automated and manual decisions, and payments at any point of the process. We can also allow for delays that stop the process for a set amount of time, or milestones that halt the process until they are marked as completed. We can also configure signatures and notifications to be sent throughout the process. Additionally, we can generate certificates, either through predefined templates or ones created in our designer facility, and PDFs which are compiled of submitted documents earlier in the process. Finally, we also have tasks that do back-end work such as creating organizations and assigning them to communities or other organizations. Now, let's focus on this on-site inspection specifically. To start, the inspection supervisor will launch the process and complete the inspection memo. This form will have the date of notification, the name and risk rating of the organization being inspected, as well as the inspection team alongside the scope and objectives of the inspection. Once this form is submitted, the process will go through an automated decision based on the risk rating of the organization. If the organization has a low or medium risk rating, it will go down the path to the right. If it has a high risk rating, it will follow the path below. Initially, each path is similar in that a notification is sent to the inspected organization, a PDF copy of the notice is provided, and they are then required to fill out the pre-inspection form. Once this form has been submitted by the entity and then approved by the inspection team, the fieldwork phase begins. This is where the process differs. As you can see, organizations with a low, medium risk rating have far fewer fieldwork tasks than an organization with a high risk rating. After the fieldwork is complete, we'll move into the reporting phase where the inspection team will complete the inspection findings report and the requirements and recommendations documents. When both of these forms are submitted, we move into the follow-up phase of the process where an inspection report is generated, which is a PDF copy of the documents in the reporting phase for both parties to review, before an exit meeting is scheduled and prior to marking the inspection is complete. Now that we've described the process in our designer facility, we will go through the process in our web portal. I'll be logging into the system as the inspection lead user. Once logged in, we will navigate to the New Request tab. Here, we can select the organization we'll be conducting the on-site inspection against from the drop-down. We'll be choosing Alliance Capital. To start the process, I'll select the on-site inspection from the list. This will launch an on-site inspection form for the inspection lead to generate their inspection team. You'll first choose a team lead, then the team members, which can both be users or a role in the system. After building the team, we will click Start, which will launch the on-site inspection memo form. As the form opens, we will start by adding the data notification. Below, we can see the organization being inspected and their risk rating. In addition, we can see the team we selected. Below, we'll copy in the scope and objectives for the inspection. Once the form is completed, we will then validate and submit the form. When we return to the portal, we will see additional tasks generated, such as the notice of inspection and the pre-inspection form. There are no tasks for our users to act on now, so we will log in as a user from the inspected organization and submit the pre-inspection form. Once we log in, we can see the user has received a notification that has been launched against the organization and that they must complete the pre-inspection form. We will navigate to the In Progress Request tab to see the form. You can see the on-site inspection that was launched and the form that we are required to fill out. In this form, we capture the organization's information, the primary contact, as well as various multi-row tables below to enter information on any key officers, directors, or shareholders that may be relevant to the on-site inspection. We'll go ahead and fill out the mandatory fields and submit. As you can see, we are unable to submit the form due to a missing attachment. You can see we are missing the organization chart, so we will attach that and attempt to submit again. You can now see the Submit button is enabled and we can proceed to submit. When we return to the portal, we can see no more tasks for this user to complete, so we will log back in with our inspection lead. Once we log in, we will navigate to the In Progress Request tab and we can see that the pre-inspection form is actionable by our user. We will review, and if there are no amendments to be made, we can approve the form to proceed to the fieldwork stage of the inspection process. When we return to the portal, we can see all the fieldwork for this organization, As this organization had a high risk rating, we can see many fieldwork tasks generated. There are two ways to progress from this stage. First, completing each individual fieldwork task that was generated, or second, marking the fieldwork in progress task as complete. This task works as a catch-all to quickly state all fieldwork is complete. We'll mark this as completed and then progress to the reporting phase. After marking that step as complete, we can see the two reporting forms generated. First, we will open the inspection findings report. To start, we'll copy in our executive summary. Next, we will enter the fieldwork we conducted and copy our findings from this task. We can also enter the impact of the fieldwork on this inspection. Lastly, there is also a comments box at the bottom to add any additional details. We will now submit this form and return to the portal. The next step is to complete the requirements and recommendations document. This form captures conditions, limitations, remedial actions, and requirements for the inspected organization. You'll notice some items have a date associated with them to mark the deadlines for completion, while the others are items that should be done indefinitely going forward. Now, we'll just add in a requirement and its associated date and a recommendation. After submitting this form, we will enter the follow-up phase of the on-site inspection. We can see the inspection report has been generated, and if we click the task, it will generate a PDF. Once we open it, we can see the date we entered in the two forms we've just submitted. We can also see the exit meeting task has been generated. Before we schedule this meeting, one other item we can do with our business process is add ad hoc tasks at any stage. These can be meetings, milestones, payments, or documents at any stage to require more information or payment from the entity. In this case, we've levied a fine against Alliance Capital, so we can add that penalty to the process. We'll set up the payment task, and once it is saved, the page will refresh, and we can see the payment at the bottom of the list. Now, we'll log in as the inspected organization to make the payment. We've logged in again as the inspected organization and navigated to the In Progress Request tab. Here we can see the payment has been added to the process and the amount that is owed when we open the task. We will pay by escrow, and now we can see the payment has been received. Returning to the process, we can see the payment has been received, and we will now schedule our exit meeting. Here, we will enter the time and date of the meeting, as well as who will be attending. After setting up the meeting, we can see the inspection complete task appear. Assuming the on-site inspection has been completed and follow-up conducted, we can mark this step as complete. If you have any questions or would like to explore the solution further, you can contact us by email at info@sqlpower.ca or visit our website.